I'm excited today to introduce you to the Sports Monster Radio. My name is Bill Parke, and I'm the creator of the Sports Monster Radio. And I truly believe the SMR will change the way you enjoy sports at home. If you're passionate about your team, you're going to love the Sports Monster Radio. We've packed the SMR with a unique combination of functions and features, all dedicated to enhancing the way you experience the game at home, including one very special capability that once you've tried it, you'll never want to watch a game any other way. Now, the first thing you'll notice about the SMR is its clean, purpose-driven design. And if I go ahead and I'll remove the magnetic grill, you can see that we've managed to fit a 4-inch full-range speaker below its 3.5-inch color touchscreen. And this is no wimpy little radio speaker. This is a quality full-range driver, capable of delivering true high-fidelity audio. And we've paired it with a powerful stereo DSP amplifier. DSP, or digital signal processing, allows us to balance the audio and compensate for the SMR's compact size. You'll be surprised at the quality of the sound that you get from this small unit. Now, if I turn the radio around so we can take a look at the back, you'll see that a lot of thought has gone into this design. First, you'll notice the integrated antenna, which tucks away flush into the case when you're not using it. To the left of the antenna, you'll find something you don't normally see on the back of your typical radio. It's an SD card slot, allowing you to insert a micro SD card. Now, you're probably wondering, why would I need an SD card slot on a radio? Well, I'm going to get to that in a minute, but for now, just keep it in mind. Over to the right of the antenna, you'll find a set of 3.5mm expansion jacks. There's one for an extension cabinet. We plan to offer a matching right channel speaker, giving you true stereo audio and taking full advantage of that DSP amplifier. There's also a jack to connect an external antenna, and a stereo output jack, allowing you to connect the SMR to a receiver so you can integrate it into your home entertainment system. And then we've also added an auxiliary input if you'd like to connect an additional audio source. We've designed the SMR to give you maximum flexibility in how you choose to incorporate it into your specific environment. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead, I'll turn the radio around, we'll power it up, and I'll go over all of the unique capabilities of the SMR and show you just what makes it so special. Looking at the SMR's display, you'll notice a series of 5 buttons along the top. These are your mode buttons. The first 2 being AM and FM, which together comprise the SMR's first core function. The SMR is a high-quality HD digital AM and FM radio, giving the SMR the ability to decode today's modern digital radio broadcasts. Both AM and FM allow you to save up to 10 favorite stations. They show up at the bottom of the screen, spread between 2 banks of 5 buttons. Pressing the tuning knob at the top toggles between the 2 banks. Moving on, the next mode button is labeled INT. When you press this button, the SMR will begin connecting to Wi-Fi and transform into an internet radio, capable of streaming virtually any station from anywhere in the world. No longer limited geographically, you can now enjoy your favorite radio stations no matter where you find yourself, as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection. Again, in internet radio mode, you can store up to 10 favorite stations. In internet mode, the SMR opens up a world of possibilities. The next button is labeled BT. By selecting this mode, the SMR becomes an excellent Bluetooth speaker, allowing you to connect your phone and enjoy your favorite music or podcasts. The DSP amp really shines in this mode, providing exceptional audio quality. In Bluetooth mode, the artist and track name appears at the top of the display, and in addition, we've included a real-time spectrum analyzer. Finally, by selecting the REC button, The Sports Monster Radio becomes a programmable digital recorder. For those times when you're just not going to be able to enjoy the game live, the SMR allows you to record the radio broadcast while you're away. Remember that SD card slot on the back? The SMR uses micro SD cards to store these digital recordings. So I've shown you how the Sports Monster Radio is so much more than just a great AM and FM radio. It's an incredible internet radio giving you the ability to stream radio broadcasts from around the world. It's an excellent Bluetooth speaker, allowing you to enjoy music through its full-range speaker driven by its DSP amplifier. And finally, the SMR has invented a whole new paradigm with its ability to record radio broadcasts to micro SD. All of these functions make the Sports Monster Radio an incredible device for sports fans. But in the immortal words of Steve Jobs, there is one more thing. Remember when I mentioned a feature that once you've tried it, you wouldn't want to watch a game any other way? I want to introduce you to our exclusive Easy Sync feature. Easy Sync is the proverbial game changer, and it's why I like to say that with the Sports Monster Radio, now every game is a home game. A very common complaint among sports fans when watching games on television is the perceived bias of the broadcast team. The reality is that these guys play both sides. They know that fans from both teams are watching, so they try to put the best spin on the game for each fan base. However, most fans I know don't want to spend half the game listening to them go on and on about the other team. On more than one occasion, my wife and I would just give up, mute the television, and watch the game in silence. You know, a great idea would be to watch the game on TV, but listen to your team's play-by-play guys on the radio. After all, these guys are on your side. They know the players and the coaches. They go to practices and team meetings. They're fellow fans. There's one big problem. The radio is broadcast live, whereas the television is generally delayed. Most of the time, this delay runs around 20 to 40 seconds. And if you've ever tried it, you know that it's just impossible to enjoy the game that way. Enter the Sports Monster Radio with Easy Sync. Easy Sync provides up to 3 minutes of digital delay, allowing you to sync the radio to even the most challenging video broadcast. And as the name implies, it's extremely easy to lock in a perfect sync. Easy Sync is controlled from either the remote or by using the large jog dial on the top of the radio. Perfect sync is achieved in 3 simple steps I call hear it, see it, sync it. First, you listen for an event like the kickoff, or with baseball, I like to listen for the call of the pitch. When you hear it, you press and hold the Easy Sync dial, and then you begin watching the TV and looking for the same event to happen. When you see it, you just release the dial, and you're going to be very close to sync. If you find that the radio is still off a bit, you can refine the delay by rotating the jog dial forward or backward in time. Each click is 1/10 of a second. So with just a click or two, you can get perfect sync. And since everything you need is built right into the SMR, there's no need for any additional software. You don't have to jerry-rig multiple devices together. You simply tune in, sync, and enjoy the game. This combination of watching the game on TV perfectly synced to your favorite radio play-by-play is absolutely the best way to experience a game at home. And once you've tried it, you'll never want to watch a game any other way. We're working very hard to bring the Sports Monster Radio to market, but we need your help. We will be launching a Kickstarter campaign in the coming weeks, and I want to invite you to join us in making the SMR a reality. By backing us on Kickstarter, you'll be able to pre-order the SMR at a highly discounted price. In addition, if you'll register at www.getsmr.com, we'll notify you in advance of the launch, and you'll also be entered to win a Sports Monster Radio as well as other Monster merchandise. I want to thank you for taking the time to learn about the Sports Monster Radio, and I hope you'll consider backing our Kickstarter campaign so we can put the SMR in the hands of sports fans everywhere. Thank you very much.